This is how you build a perfect process map for your lead managers. If you want to have a successful fix and flip business or any business, you have to manage all your processes and all your workflows. And it's extremely painful and it's torturous while you're going through it. But once you lay it out, it makes it easier to retain people, it makes it easier to train, and you have a much better and much more predictable operation. So what I have right here is a detailed diagram or process map of exactly how our leads flow through the system in regards to how the lead managers deal with the leads. From the moment the lead comes in to the moment the lead turns into a deal or is marked dead and out of the system. So you have your new leads that come into the system. Now these leads come in a multitude of ways. It could be real estate agents, it could be cold calling, it could be direct mail leads, it could be TV, you name it, the lead comes in. When the lead comes in, it enters the intake queue, and there's two types of leads. There's either a phone call where the phone rings or something that gets pushed into the queue, meaning it's an email that comes into the system. If it's a call, all the lead managers get a phone call. It rings to everybody at the same time. Whoever picks up the phone first gets that lead, because ultimately you're trying to get someone to pick up the phone 95% of the time and get them to respond to the lead in 5 minutes or less. If it comes in via email, it's assigned to lead managers in a round robin fashion. So if Randy gets this lead, the next lead goes to Joe, the next lead goes to Axel, the next lead goes to Connor. And when the lead comes in, they get a text message on their phone notifying them that the lead just came in, because they have to get to the lead within 5 minutes or less. Each type of lead, whether it's a phone call or it's an email lead, has its own unique script that they have to follow. Now you're probably thinking at this point, does it really have to be this detailed? Yes. The less you leave to people just their own imagination and what they have to come up with on their own, the more consistent your product will be. That's why McDonald's delivers the same hamburger regardless of what state and what country every single time, because they have a predictable process the same way you have to in any business that you're in. Once the lead comes in, there's two different scenarios. Either contact is made, they reach out, they talk to them, or they pick up the phone call and they have it on there, or there's no initial contact or no answer. Now there's different scenarios for each and there's different tracks. So very high level. Let's say somebody calls and says they want to be removed from the list, or it's spam, or the house is listed on the MLS already and we're not interested in it, or they want to be taken off the list. There's a protocol that they have to go through. Let's say they're interested in selling, but they haven't made an appointment right then and there for whatever reason. There's a totally different protocol that they have to go through. And then the last scenario is they're interested and they're ready to make the appointment. There's a third protocol. Now, the lead manager's sole job is to gather certain information, but most importantly, sell the appointment. Everybody in the operation is selling one specific thing and it's compartmentalized. So in this case, the lead manager is selling the appointment. Their job is to get the info, sign them up, get them committed to a date, and we can come out and take a look at the house. Now, if we can't get them phone, if there's no answer, there's a different set of protocol. And we call them a certain amount of times for a certain amount of days. So there's two levels of lead managers. We have our in-house lead managers that are located here in New York, and then we have a team of lead managers that are located virtually. This is our virtual team. When new leads come in, it's broken up between the local New York-based lead managers and our virtual team of lead managers. For the first 90 days, the local team has those leads. They're following up constantly. There's a certain protocol of how many times they call the first week, the second week, the third week, texting them, emailing, etc. On day 91, those leads are cycled out to our virtual team, and it goes down a completely different journey. So we have a team of virtual lead managers, and those leads that come in on day 91 are assigned in a round robin fashion in exactly the same way. Axel gets a lead, then Connor gets a lead, then Ashley gets a lead, and so on and so forth. Each lead manager is only allowed to have a maximum of 1,600 leads. Those leads will stay with them in perpetuity until they either turn into an appointment or they're marked dead and removed out of the system. Every 90 days, those leads are shuffled again. So if a virtual lead manager gets a new lead, he's working on it for 90 days. If he can't get them to commit to an appointment, on day 91, it shuffles, and now the leads that Connor had, Ashley now has, and so on and so forth. Every 90 days, the leads get shuffled again, just like a deck of cards. So if Axel has 1,600 leads that he's working right now, On day 91, he gets 1,600 fresh leads that are totally random, that are pulled from all the other different leads managers. And everybody has an equal number of leads that they're working on at any given time. And everybody understands exactly what the process is and how it works. And the only time leads are removed are either when they're marked dead because they were sold, or the seller says, I'm not looking to sell anymore, or the lead becomes an appointment and then is pushed on to our field representatives. If you're a real estate investor who's buying properties on Long Island, Queens, or Brooklyn, and you're looking for a deal, we spend hundreds of thousands of dollars and tons of time constantly bringing in new deals every week. So instead of you spending multiple six figures every month and hiring a team of 20 or 30 people to bring in deals, you can buy them from us. All you have to do is contact our Dispo department at 516-218-5510 and tell them you're interested in purchasing deals in Nassau, Suffolk, Brooklyn, or Queens. And that's a perfect example about how you build out a process map and workflows for a fix and flip business. I'm curious to know what business you're in, what SOPs and process map methods have you used, and have you found it to be helpful or just torture?